Oh boy, howdy. This is one hell of a process setting up audio. But you know what isn't one hell of a process? Is going live. Like we are right now.
Going live like we are right now.
Like we are right now. Like I said, like we are right now.
Holy shit.
You know what else isn't a process? Is rolling this fabulous intro.
Good morning.
Transcending history and the world, a tale of souls and swords eternally retold. Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Check it out now. Third strike, yo. Yo, check it out now. Third strike, yo. Yo, check it out now.
Welcome back to Normal. I'm your host, Adam.
What's up? I'm Joe. How are you guys doing? How are you doing, Adam?
Shit, homie, I'm doing great, actually. I got off a fucking 7-hour shift and I'm here to record the podcast and do something that I enjoy that doesn't involve my labor. So, how are you doing right now, Joe? How you doing?
Shit. I mean, I'm pretty good too, I gotta say. Although, okay, I know this is very random just to start the podcast off like this, but my M.2 SSD came in today. I had one before. It's just I was just making an upgrade, and the grand majority of today was trying to get it to work because I was trying to clone all the files, and it was just like, yeah, okay, we can clone all the files, but if you want to make this your boot drive, then go fuck yourself. So I was like, okay, trying to figure that out, and. I mean, I eventually got it to work. I just had to mess with the partitions a little bit of my M.2. I went from a 500 gig to 1 terabyte, which is a very nice.
Ooh, that's nice and sexy.
Faster. Hell yeah. But yeah, I mean, besides that, living out my cosplay dreams in Final Fantasy 14 because I'm too broke to actually cosplay myself. So I'm sure you've seen. I uploaded one of Virgil earlier today.
Where'd you upload it to?
But I think on Twitter. I think you saw the.
It was the waifu with the white hair and the blue sword, wasn't it? Yeah, I saw that. It was great.
Yeah. And
I saw the Dante one and I saw the Elizabeth one, and I responded. I don't know if you saw my response. I was like, "Is that Dorkun's favorite fuck buddy Elizabeth from critically acclaimed JRPG Shin Megami Tensei Persona 3 Fest, released for the PlayStation 2007." Yeah, it was looking good.
That's getting a re-release in 2022, right, Atlas?
Right, Atlas? Right. Hopefully. Shit. So let me ask, what you been watching? What you been playing this week?
Okay, I know that this might sound stupid, but I've never watched Lost.
That show.
I finally got.
I don't blame you. That show is only good for like 2.5 seasons.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I started it. What's today? Oh, obviously Friday.
It's the first of the month, baby.
I started it Wednesday. Yup, spooky season.
The first of the month. Wake up.
And I'm about to finish season 1. I have no opinions on it yet. I don't understand why everyone has been hyping it up so far. As in, like, wow, this was such a good show back in the day. I will admit. It holds up very well. Like, it's a good show, but I mean, it's okay. It's pretty good. It's nothing outstanding, but yeah, I mean, besides that, I haven't really been watching anything else. Just Lost. There's no anime that has come out recently that I'm like, I want to watch it. Squid Game has been getting some traction. I have not peeped it yet, though.
Oh, it's good. It's fucking good, buddy.
I heard about it when it first released a few weeks ago, but I just haven't. I just didn't watch it, and now everyone's talking about it, and I'm probably gonna watch it. I'm even less likely to watch it now.
Oh, damn. I'm telling you, buddy, you gotta watch it. It's fucking good.
Is it?
I
mean,
binged all
I've seen-
9
I've seen
episodes
stills.
real quick. Let me tell you, that shit was gripping.
I've seen stills of it, and it looks appealing.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
good. It's
maybe.
really good. It's
Maybe I
really
will, maybe I
good.
will.
It's not
If you
yet
could give
yet
me-
another solid class critique to come out of South Korea.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
What
by
do
that?
you mean by that? Well, why is all the best media to come out of South Korea class critique? Bong Joon-ho directed Parasite and Snowpiercer. You know, Snowpiercer is also about rich people. I believe Train to Busan also has some class critique in it, and now this. So,
Based.
yeah, based on what? Based on Das
Based on
Kapital
what?
by Karl Marx.
So, I mean, if you could give me a basic rundown of it, what would it be? I mean, you told me that you sent me that one Danganronpa tweet, so I'm assuming it's like a murder mystery kind of thing.
Danganronpa. No. No. It's like a bunch of rich people honeypot a bunch of poor people and kidnap them and put them on Murder Island, and force them to compete in like deadly versions of child's games in order to win a lot of money, like a lot of fucking money. So it's really good.
Okay, I mean, I might put it on my watch list and then get around to it.
Yeah,
several years later.
I got it on Roblox,
Yeah.
so you know it's good.
That's how you know.
They're doing it on
I mean,
Roblox.
again, what don't they have on fucking Roblox?
Is that all you've been doing this week?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, what about you?
Where can everybody who wants to see what you've been doing this week? Where can they find you?
Oh, you know, just plug in my SoundCloud, my OnlyFans, my Pornhub.
Plug away, buddy. Plug away.
Oh, twitter.com/cousinnerdy.
Nice.
Yeah.
As for me this week, I finished up Lost Judgment and I cranked out the review, and the review got pretty good reception. I watched Squid Game, and I am starting a replay of Dead Rising. So let me run this down real quick. So I already mentioned that I watched Squid Game. That's just great. Lost Judgment. It really clicked into place for me that Lost Judgment is like RGG Studios' take on GTO, Great Teacher Onizuka. I don't know if you've ever watched or read Great Teacher Onizuka, but
not, no.
Oh, dude, fucking classic Great Teacher Onizuka. There's so many points.
Okay, I've seen this before.
In the way that the original Judgment at times homaged fucking Ace Attorney, Lost Judgment homages Great Teacher Onizuka. It's great. There's so many parts that are like lifted from GTO and put into this. It's so good. I loved it. Loved every second of it. I've finally discovered pretty much all of the school content, and I'm playing through all of it right now. Like the esports club where they play Virtua Fighter, the dancing club that I'm taking way too seriously, the boxing club that uses a whole separate combat system. It's great. The robotics team, which I don't like as much. The biker gang where they do like road rash, twisted metal type shit. The skaters, it's where they do Tony Hawk shit. It's great. I love Lost Judgment. It is an S-tier Yakuza game. I don't know if you watched my review of it, but I did leave the spoilers to only the spoiler section. So it's great. It's really good. But more importantly than that, I've started my replays of the Dead Rising series, which I know we mentioned, I believe, 1 or 2 podcasts ago. And I haven't played them since 2017. That was the last time I played any of them. And fucking hell, man, I remembered why I love these games so much, because I've only up to this point replayed the first one, which is my favorite one, you know, and I was having a fucking blast, man. I fucking love Dead Rising.
Dude, it's good.
Yes, it's fucking fantastic. I remember there's a whole
phenomenal
solid couple months in my like sophomore year of high school I was only talking about Dead Rising, dude. Just because of how solid it was. Solid the gameplay is, how fucking surprisingly deep the story is. Even if it's got a bunch of like Dead Rising is a solid B tier Capcom game and is essentially the B horror zombie movie of video games. It's great. It's solid.
In a way, I kind of know what you mean.
Yeah, man. Like Dead Rising's story is surprisingly like mature at points. And I know this is weird coming from a game where you can wear a Servbot head and a dress and kill zombies with miniature chainsaws, but like have you finished it yet?
I have not, no.
Okay, but there's like a scene where a character has
an
a
issue where I couldn't run it. So
Oh, that's
I
weird.
haven't gotten around to it.
That's weird.
No, yeah, because like anytime I try to run it at anything above 60 frames, it just crashes.
Yeah, I think there are certain
60
actions that are
frames-
tied to the frame rate. That's why.
That makes sense.
And I believe the
That makes sense.
cutscenes are as well.
Because-
The cutscenes are tied to the frame rate as well.
But the thing is, anytime I do try to run it at 60 frames, it stutters a lot. So I'm just kind of fucked.
Maybe that's just bugs with the PC version because I've been replaying them on my PS5 because I own the PS4 versions of all of them except Dead Rising 3, which never released on the PS4. I own that on my Xbox Series S. So maybe that's just because the PC version is like fucked. But there's like a scene where like a character has like a panic attack and it's done like really well. Or even back in the day, I was like, holy shit, that was like powerful. You know? I'm like, you never would expect that from like a fucking B tier game that to have that kind of thing.
They handled it in like a mature way, you mean? Or
Yeah, like it's really like maturely done. Like it's really like it like if you've ever had a panic attack before, you can like
no, never
feel
once
it.
in my
You
life.
can like you can be like, I know exactly what that feels like. It's like it's very quiet and it's like it juxtaposes the like the overwhelming sound in the character's head with the utter quiet of the room that they're in, and I'm like, that's fucking good. From Dead Rising? Are you serious? It doesn't even get that level of mature from Capcom's A-tier franchises like fucking Resi or Street Fighter or anything. So I'm like, okay, Keiji Inafune, I see you. Yeah, man. I love that game a lot. I played through it. I got a bunch of achievements I didn't get last time. Like last time I played it, I was just like playing through it for like shits and giggles, so I like missed a lot of achievements. Like the one where you kill all the psychos, or the one where you kill 53,594 zombies, type deal. Yeah,
Such a specific number.
well, yeah. I mean, if you started playing it, then you'd remember what the guy said about.
Willamette, Colorado. Population 53,594. Distinguishing characteristics? Jack shit. About the only thing to do in this town is kill time at the shopping mall.
Yeah, and I finished that Dead Rising 1, and I've started replaying Dead Rising 2, which I don't like as much as the first one. I actually prefer the alternative version of Dead Rising 2 called Off the Record, where instead of Chuck, you're playing as Frank West, because like Frank West is like the best protagonist in the series. And then they completely fucked him over on the fourth game when they changed his whole character, and I was like, fuck. So
Okay, since I've only played 2, does each game has its own protagonist? Each game have its own protagonist?
Sort of. The first game, 4, and the alternative version of Dead Rising 2, you are playing as Frank West. Dead Rising 2, you're playing as Chuck, and then Dead Rising 3, you're playing as this kid, Nick, who's got like a pretty interesting story at a single point in the game and nowhere else. There's one point where they directly say, this guy's got more going on, and then you're like, for real? Because up to this point, he's been a bland piece of shit. So, yeah, I mean, it's just like, Dead Rising, it's like a hit or miss with this protagonist, but Frank West, definite hit. That's why he got put in Marvel vs. Capcom, you know. As much as I like him in Marvel vs. Capcom, there's a lot of characters in in those games that I wish weren't in there, and I wish were replaced. Like, I think I've mentioned before how the Resident Evil representation of Marvel vs. Capcom has been very limited to only Chris, Jill, Wesker, and Nemesis. And that was in Marvel 3, where it was at the maximum. And Dead Rising has only had Frank. And I'm like, that's cool, but can we get Chuck in there? Like, if we can get playable Chuck, and instead of a shopping cart, he uses like a fucking dirt bike, that'd be great. Let me tell you, that'd be great. I'm just like
shit.
you. Dead Rising 2 is my entrance point to the series. Like, it was like free on Xbox Live Gold like 5
Oh, really?
6 years ago. Like a long, like not even 5, like 6 7 years ago. It was free on Xbox Live Gold. This was at the dying days of the 360, and like a year or two after the Xbox One came out, it was free. And I picked it up, and it was yet another case of right game, wrong time. I mentioned another case like that in my Yakuza video, where I started playing Yakuza Kiwami and in like 2018, and it was just not. It was that game has too much PS2 shit in it. It has too much PS2 ass shit in it because it is a 1-to-1 remake of Yakuza for the PS2, you know. And so I just bounced, and they added in some shit that didn't need to be there. I mentioned that in my Yakuza video. They added some shit in there that just didn't need to be there. So I bounced right off of it. And then, lo and fucking behold, now I own all of them. So sometimes you gotta present the game at the right time for the player to get into it. Like, I wasn't into Dead Rising until 2017, so you know what? Right game, wrong time. That ever happened to you? Right game, wrong time?
No, it has it's actually happened a lot. Fucking, I hated, I'm not even gonna lie, I hated Final Fantasy VII when I first played it on the original PlayStation. Given I was a kid, right? So I had no idea what the fuck was going on most of the time. But when I played the original Final Fantasy VII on my PS1, that was my older brother's, I despised it. Because, I mean, I'm assuming you've played through it, right?
Yes, of course. I've only played the original Final Fantasy VII, and I haven't finished the remake yet.
Okay. So then you know how in some areas there are some puzzles that you have to figure out in order to progress, right?
Absolutely.
As a fucking
the guidebook saves your life.
As a fucking 4-year-old, I was like, huh, okay. And I just put on like Tekken 2, I think it was. Because I was like, okay, I'm not doing this. And then I went back and played it later in my teens. And I was like, you know what? This is good shit. I can't believe I didn't play this earlier. And then that's how I got into Final Fantasy as a whole. I went back and played the other games. And yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy was that Yakuza for me.
Yeah. I know how that feels, man.
Given I did play Final Fantasy VIII, and that one I did enjoy, but I didn't go any further than that. I just played it, and I was like, and I played it, I finished it, and I said, okay, this is cool, but I didn't have any interest in playing any other Final Fantasies. So
let me just say this for the record: Final Fantasy VIII is really good, and you niggas hate on it way too much.
Nick, what?
I see a lot of Final Fantasy VIII slander on my TL.
Really?
Like Final Fantasy started with 7 type beat, like that type of shit. I love Final Fantasy VIII.
I have actually never heard of this until now. I was under the impression that Final Fantasy VIII was one of the best ones.
There's a large vocal minority that hate it.
Anytime that I see any Final Fantasy discussion about like, this one's the best one, or this one is when, you know, the series, you know, put itself on the map, usually I see Final Fantasy VIII in there. So I figured that, it was more positively reviewed, but I guess not. That's so weird. What? Final Fantasy VIII?
Perhaps so I've been hanging out around the wrong people, but it's like for a couple years, there was a point where whenever I would hear praise for Final Fantasy, it was always like 7 and then just completely skipping 8, 9, 10, 10, 2, all of those fucking games. Just skipping past them. Like, and I get it. Final Fantasy 7 is fantastic. All right, I've seen Advent Children like more times than I'm comfortable admitting. All right, but let me tell you. All right, Final Fantasy 8 under fucking rated.
That's crazy. Wow.
I didn't realize that I didn't realize there were other people who thought differently of that. Like, what the fuck? There are people out here who believe crazy shit like that, Joe. I have heard people say that the only that Castlevania started to matter when Symphony of the Night came out.
Symphony of the Night. I fucking hate
Not
that
even
so
just
much.
completely
my God.
ignoring Castlevania X Rondo of Blood, my favorite Castlevania, because it stars Richter, the coolest Belmont.
And that's not a lie. This nigga spitting.
Absolutely. And Richter is cool in fucking Symphony of the Night as well. That's part of the reason why I love Richter so much. But like, just completely erasing the first game, the second game, Rondo of Blood, is all any Castlevania preceding Symphony of the Night, as great as that game is, just disingenuous as fuck. You remember last week how I mentioned how all the Sonic soundtracks are on Spotify?
Mm-hmm.
So I was playing Lost Judgment and I was skating around and I was like, I built up a playlist of skate music and of music to listen to from like while skating, and it's got like a bunch of tracks from like Jet Set Radio and Sonic shit. But this one, I was like shopping around songs to put in here, and I was like, oh, they got the Sonic Heroes soundtrack on there. Let me put Sonic Heroes in the playlist. And I accidentally left it playing. And I realized I was like midway through the fucking Team Shadow music and I was still humming along to it. And I was like, how do I remember all that? like it blew my fucking mind that I haven't played Sonic Heroes since like 2006. And I still remember the music from that game. It's just great. Sonic Heroes is great. Y'all niggas was just hating. Like it was always good. Y'all niggas was just hating. I don't understand.
And for what?
Facts. Can we get an HD remaster of Sonic Heroes, please, Sega? Thank you.
See, I understand why people dislike it simply because of the fact, Sonic has always been inconsistent. It's never found its footing until recently, which isn't even true, by the way. I just completely disregard that opinion simply because Sonic has always tried to be, what's the word? Has always been trying to evolve.
It's always been trying different things. And sometimes they're duds, and like, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes they don't work out, and other times they're really good ideas that don't get taken anywhere. Like the Werehog idea.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, just seeing people of that mindset, it's so weird to me. It is so weird to me.
Yeah. I don't understand it. Oh shit, you know what I forgot to do is I forgot to pre-order Monkey Ball, and that starts early access today. It starts early access today. I should probably go get my Switch and do that right this second. But I'm gonna wait till the podcast is over.
Yeah.
But oh man, I'm so excited about Monkey Ball.
Post show.
Yeah, we're gonna discuss. I'm gonna do that as soon as the podcast ends and all the post shows going on. But if you want to check me out, check out my Lost Judgment review, check out everything. My links are in the description. You can find me on YouTube at Young with a YVNGDENDE Young Dende. You can find me on Twitter at YVNGDENDE Young Dende. You can find me anywhere at Young Dende. My link tree is in the description, so that's where you can find me.
Tell them.
Speaking of fucking Monkey Ball, they cut Brian Matt from the game, the announcer from the first two Monkey Balls, and I understand why. Like, there's like a whole big thing about it because I know a week or two ago we talked about like Nick Robinson's channel, I believe in the post show, and he was one of the people at the forefront of pushing Monkey Ball back to the forefront of the public conversation. And one of the people he talked to was Brian Matt. He made like a whole series of videos trying to track this guy down type deal. And what did fucking Brian Matt do?
Trying to track him down, you say?
He wasn't credited in the fucking credits, dog. He wasn't credited.
Oh, so the narrator wasn't credited. It was just like some random fucking dude.
Rando Brando, baby. Rando Brando. I don't think that was... Yeah, he was trying to find him and shit. That's what Nick Robinson's good at, is finding obscure shit. And he found him, and he had like an interview with him afterwards, where the dude was like, I'm not working on a new Monkey Ball, but I can tell you that I've recently recorded these lines for Sega, and then read a bunch of the lines in the Monkey Ball voice and totally broke NDA, and then got fired and said he was getting discriminated against. I'm like, nigga, you broke the fucking NDA. Like, voice actors, look, man, voice actors be leaking shit on accident all the fucking time, dog. Like, y'all, like, what is with y'all and leaking stuff?
Okay.
Like, didn't Bayonetta's voice actress totally leak that Bayonetta 3 was happening?
I don't know about that. I know that she said that that she's not voicing Bayonetta like a few weeks before the trailer came out. But I don't know about like her leaking Bayo 3. I'm not sure about that.
People
one.
just be leaking shit. Voice actors just be leaking shit.
But okay, so pause. So he broke NDA how? I mean, he read voice lines, but he said that he wasn't involved. So
yeah,
like, I'm confused here.
No, he's not involved because he got fired. He said, "Oh yeah, I've been working with Sega, recording these voice lines. Can't say what it's for." That's like and then a couple weeks ago, it was announced he got fired. So
that's kind of funny, actually.
He got fired after the videos went live, after all the interviews went live. The dude broke NDA. So
I'm sorry, like I feel bad for laughing because the dude lost his job, but like he kind of did that to himself.
That's exactly what I said. That's what everybody in the replies said. Hey, you totally fucking broke NDA, dummy. Would have loved to have you back. But you broke
So then
NDA.
what? In the last few weeks, they've just been scrambling to find someone else?
I don't think they were scrambling for it. I think they probably just got someone else to do it. Sound kind of happy. There you go. Shit, I could be the fucking Monkey Ball announcer. If I just raised my voice high enough. I'm already raising my voice for this podcast. I normally speak like down here, like this low. But I raise it up here to sound more friendly. You know what I mean?
Man, fuck y'all. Just get the fuck off the podcast. No, I'm just playing. Playing.
Exactly. Raise your voice high, player. But like, yeah, I don't know. Nigga broke NDA, got punished for it. Oh well.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we see that, but kind of did it to himself. So there's not really much to kind of like, I can't feel bad for him.
Yeah. I see this picture on Twitter of like you should go ahead and check because I sent it to you because it looks funny. First of all, it looks hilarious. But it's like a picture of a Shrek TV with a Shrek themed Xbox controller and an Xbox that says Shrek's box.
Shrek's, I see that.
Yeah. And this picture reminds me of like the olden times when I was playing my PS2 in my basement on like a TV this size that was Superman themed. Like, really, see this image really takes me back. Like,
in a weird way.
Yeah, like I don't know if you've ever seen like a fucking like a themed TV like this, but
I have.
Yeah,
fucking Disney TVs.
Oh, the Disney TVs, man. My cousin had one of those. It was like a Sleeping Beauty, I think, the pink one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, like I think she had one of those. Or something like that. I don't know. If she ever listens to this, she can correct me. But like, I remember those Disney TVs. Man, whatever happened to licensed TVs? Why'd they stop making those?
Because they're fucking stupid.
They're fucking stupid. Fuck you, man. This Shrek's box looks legit.
Yeah, you're rolling up to your local tournament in that fucking Crash Bandicoot CRTV.
Hey, man, Can it play Melee? Yes, it can. All right. Like, I don't know. I felt like a part of our culture died when those fucking theme TVs stopped being sold, man. They're tiny little CRTs, good for playing your fucking DVD copy of Spider-Man on it or something, playing your licensed video games on the PS2, you know.
The one that you got from Blockbuster?
I was... Hey man, I used to rent the Shrek the Third game from Blockbuster for the PS2 and play that shit. So
On God.
In the dying days of Blockbuster, there I was renting Shrek the Third. I think I still have
What
some
a
DVDs from
guy. Holy
Blockbuster that
shit.
I've never returned. I think.
Hey, bro, you better go do it now before they do absolutely
Fucking
nothing about
late fees. I think I have some DVDs from DVD Netflix that I never returned from like 2009. My family just has those.
Oh, speaking of this shit, you will not believe what I found like 2 days ago, I believe it was. So I was going through, cleaning my room, looking through my cabinets, and I found a carrying case for my PSP, which I don't have anymore. Which, you know, I found that out because I don't have my PSP anymore. It's like, okay, I have the carrying case. What the fuck is in here? I open it, and there's all of my fucking DS games, my GBA games, my PSP games. I'm like, oh fuck.
Wow.
I had Emerald Ruby in that bitch. The fucking
Wow.
Flash game on the GBA, which I had no idea even existed. I don't remember playing that whatsoever as a kid. Phineas and Ferb into the what was it? Into the something dimension. I had that game. I had the Daxter game. The solo
Oh
game
fuck, the
again.
solo Daxter title. I remember where he
that was
met all of his
terrifying.
fellow fucking creature people. Otzels, I think they're called. Holy shit.
I'm not even gonna lie. I never played it because I was terrified of like the starting enemies, like the little plant creatures.
Wow.
I was so terrified that I never got.
What
past
a
it
wow,
there.
what a thing to be scared of.
Dude, I remember I played through them and I was like, I'm not doing this shit.
Jesus.
I'm not playing this shit. Same thing with COD Zombies. It took me so long to get in there.
Really?
I would boot up a match. Dude, I remember I got fucking Black Ops 1, Kino Der Toten. I loaded that shit up, and like round 2, I just let the zombies kill me because I was terrified.
Oh, dude, you were doing that. I was out here running fucking massive trains in the theater on Kino, buddy. I was a COD god back in the day. Oh, that's funny as fuck. What a find, though. What a find.
Yeah.
Do you still have you still have them? Or
Yeah. I kept them around. Now they're in my nightstand.
guess now you got to get your PSP back now. Huh? Get a PS
I gotta
Vita.
find a PSP. I might actually. Wait, can those run PSP games?
I believe so. Yeah, I think so.
Nice. I know that my dad has a PSP lying around. I don't think he has a charger for it though. So I might have to buy one and steal his. Forgive me.
Forgive me, Father,
yeah.
for I have sinned.
I know that I have an old DS that I could use. This is my sister's old pink DS that I could use for the GBA game.
Fantastic. Oh, like it's like is it like a regular, like a fat DS, like a DS Lite?
No, DS Lite.
That's the DS that everybody had, man. That's the better DS. Daniel versus the cooler Daniel type shit. Like that's what that is, right? Like, oh my god, I've never seen a fatter fucking glow up than the DS to the DS Lite.
The DS
That
Lite.
original DS is so fucking ugly, and the DS Lite is like, this is beautiful.
It's so iconic, though. Come on.
The DS Lite or the original DS?
No, the original DS.
No.
Yes, it is.
Every
Come
time
on.
I see people talk about the DS, it's always the DS Lite and never the original DS. I knew one person with the original DS, and everyone else had the DS Lite. Is this just the opposite of the Final Fantasy situation?
quite literally, yeah.
Holy shit. Looks like.
No, it's not that because I was living in Puerto Rico at that time, but dude, it's just I did have an original launch DS, but don't tell this to anyone, folks, but 3-year-old me decided that it should go for a swim. I fucking threw it into the pool. I was like, oh, I wonder what will happen. And I found out what happened shortly after.
Well, Fantastic,
credit,
Joe.
folks.
Curb Your Enthusiasm theme kicks in. Fantastic. I still have my 3DS XL, which sucks because it can't run GBA, but I feel like a lot of the best GBA titles did end up getting a fucking release on DS anyway.
Right.
Like Ace Attorney, the best Ace Attorney release was on the original DS. Until a couple years ago, but still, you know.
I was about to say that we're gonna ignore that collection.
No.
You're right.
I mean, look, let me keep it real with you. All right, that Ace Attorney collection is 2 great games and 1 bottom of the mid tier game. Okay.
Okay, you know what? Fine.
Like,
that's fair enough.
Like the original Ace Attorney is a god tier title. All right. Justice for All, not so much. And then Trials and Tribulations is like a solid like A- tier. No.
Yeah, it's up there. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's got nothing on like Ace Attorney Investigations or Apollo Justice. I think Apollo Justice is actually really good, but you know what?
I have not played Apollo Justice.
Dead ass. Which Ace Attorney games have you played?
So let's see. I've played Ace Attorney, obviously. I've played Trials and Tribulations. I've played what was the one? A Justice for All. And those are the only ones that I've played. So
fucking Éxitos Eternos. Ace Attorney. That's what you're fucking doing. Oh man, how come every like top tier fucking Spanish artist has to have the greatest hits album where it's like a white background, gold text, and it's like a minimalist drawing of them on the front? Like my mom had all those DVDs, man.
I don't.
We would listen to them in our fucking Chevy Uplander on the way to the beach,
riding around with the windows down,
nigga. Every time I hear fucking what is it? Si tu no te fueras, like my mind instantly goes back to me being like 5 years old, sitting in that Chevy Uplander on the way to the beach, listening to that shit. But let me tell you. Oh, man.
I shared a similar experience, except if I ever heard that music blasting in the morning, I just know it's cleaning time. Like,
nigga,
we're going to be spending that entire day.
Hold up. I don't think I've ever sent you my one of my Spotify playlists. Hold on. Where is this shit at? Oh my God, I gotta find it.
Shit. Don't tell me that it's a place that you have for cleaning and it's all Spanish music.
You're gonna hear.
No fucking shit. No fucking shit.
Hold up. Shush. You gotta take a look at. Read a couple of the songs off.
Let's see here. Este cabrón tiene suavemente. First one.
You know how many Sunday mornings I woke up, I just hear suavemente besame. Oh dear God, there's so much
fucking Waka Waka on here.
Nigga, the Spanish version of Waka Waka was the song. That was the song in 2010, my nigga, with the World Cup. All right.
Oh fuck, dude.
That was the song to play back in 2010. The official song.
Fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Nigga. What do you mean? What you hate on Dímelo for, nigga? You know what I remember about that song the most is the music video where the nigga where Mark Anthony's on the boat. You know? That's what I remember the most about fucking Dímelo. Ay, dímelo. Porque por tu amor estoy muriendo. I do be banging to this. Just this playlist is a curated list of all the songs that I was listening to while cleaning the house. Like, bro.
Oh my God. Okay, but here's the real question, right?
What's up?
When you're driving around and you have nothing else to listen to, do you just put on like a playlist de salsa?
Sometimes, yeah. Like my mom sends me a bunch of those for some fucking reason. I have.
That's amazing.
She sent me like an official playlist by Spotify called Salsa Boricua, and I just have that shit. I'll send it to you. It's got a lot of good ass picks in it. Genuinely, here you go. It's like an official Spotify playlist. Like I don't know why this music is just good to listen to while driving. The complete.
Oh yeah.
Series. God, my boy Willie Cologne, bro.
Instantly lifts your mood, no matter how you're feeling.
No matter what. This is the type of music I listen to while I'm fucking dancing with the broom in hand, my boy. like, bro, I don't know why.
Oh shit! It has like all the classics on here.
All the fucking hits, my boy.
Here.
My favorite one of these. Check out track number 26. That's my favorite one. Track 26. De Vuelta para Vuelta. Daddy Yankee, Mark Anthony. That's the one that I be banging to the most.
Wait, hold on. Wait, which one? I see. Wait, which playlist?
The second playlist, the Salsa Boricua. Check that out.
Oh yeah.
I be banging, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I keep this shit. I got a like on that, homie. So you already know, I be in that shit, banging it.
Shit, that shit makes my dick hard, my tip creaming.
Yeah, bro. I'm so fucking glad to be cultured. So glad to be mixed. I feel like Logic right now. So, guys, no.
About Rachel?
By Rachel. Dude, I remember I used to get so much hate back in the day because I didn't like Logic. Like I was kind of fucking with Logic back when he dropped Under Pressure, and then after that I was just like, what the fuck are you doing, my nigga?
It's like what is happening here? I mean, the Incredible True Story was good. I gotta say, it was good.
I give it like a 6, honestly. I thought it was all right.
Nah.
For me, it was a sign of the times, a sign of what was to come. That Logic would start his travels down corny ass nigga lane. All right. And that's exactly what he became. Fucking like Bobby Tarantino. I remember when that dropped, I was like, this shit is I remember when fucking
dude, Flexecution was like everywhere. Holy fuck.
Yeah. And then when everybody dropped like the year later, I was like, can like stop playing this, please? Like, I don't know. I was when Black Spider-Man dropped. That song annoyed the fuck out of me because it got overplayed. You'd think that a song about my favorite like fictional character would be bumping in my playlist, and then I was like the 7 niggas played it for me the day it dropped, and I said, I fucking hate this song. like maybe it's just like my personal mind goblins, but fucking like oversaturation will completely kill my enjoyment of something. I think I mentioned that like plenty of times in this podcast, like plenty of examples of like things being oversaturated and then my enjoyment of them just going completely down the fucking toilet as a result.
Yeah.
I feel like I could have liked Logic as an artist if everybody did not say that I was a fucking terrible person for not liking him. You know how many times in my like freshman year of high school and my sophomore year also, but just less so then, I would like people would ask me, "Hey, what do you think about Logic?" And I'd say, "Yeah, I don't like Logic's music." And they would say to me, "What is your fucking problem?" And I'd be like, "I don't fuck." Logic is like Drake in the way that he talks about how he was in the streets and then also talks about how he wasn't in them streets. And I'm like, nigga, pick one. Like I grew up in the hood, but I wasn't in them streets. That's my story. But that's also your story from what it seems like, and you just don't want to fucking mention it. It's like you don't get to choose when to practice kayfabe, my nigga. You either are a character or you are not. When the camera's cut on, you gotta pick. All right. You could be a whole different person when them cameras are off, but when them cameras are on, if you want to play a character, then stick to it. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and then he'd hop on the track, be like, "I'm biracial. My wife is black," and I'm like, "Shut up." Like he started acting like Chance the Rapper did before Chance the Rapper started acting like that. All right. I remember let me tell you, growing like being in this city when Chance was on the rise, everybody was talking about him. And then the second the big day dropped, his name left everybody's mouth. That album is trash. Oh my god.
I didn't even finish it. I started it, got not even halfway through. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not finishing this.
That's because
same thing happened with the new Drake album. Like I can't stand.
That's because the big day was only
oh, I love my wife. I love my wife. Ah, let's go ride a bike with my wife. Ah, my wife's real young. My wife's real small. Let's go to the beach and play with a beach ball. Praise Jesus God and my wife. Let's go to the beach and ride a bike.
like that song, that album created that meme, and that meme is all you see of Chance the Rapper now. Like when the big day, I think the big day dropped the same year as like Cardi B's album did. And I would get so much shit for listening to the Cardi B album, honestly. Like that's what I remember the most about that time period. You were out here roasting me for listening to Cardi B back then too.
Bro, I still
you were like Cardi B makes music for people who wash paper plates, and I'm like, yeah, so I still listen to fucking Cardi.
They're not gonna wash themselves.
But she makes music. She looks like somebody Thea, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I got so many cousins that look like her.
I'm so sorry for you.
Nah, I love my family. I love my family. I love my family to death. Even when my family don't like each other, I still love my family. That's me though. That's only me. Like even despite the inner family beef, I still like these niggas. Like there are niggas in my family who just like people in this family will straight up just not talk to. And I'm like, what's up, bro? How's it going?
Yeah.
I'm just
popping up being like, yo.
I just don't be hating people like that no more. I've tried to excise all that kind of negativity from my heart. I stopped hating people now. I say that shit as like a joke. I'll be like, I fucking hate you. And then I'll be like, nah, not really.
Fucking despise you, bitch.
Yeah. It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, niggas was hating on me for listening to Cardi B. She's great though. I like her music. I remember she was coming up. She was on Vine and shit. I was like, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Cardi B coming up. She was like her advertising fucking Fashion Nova jeans in hotel hallways, and now she's like selling out arenas. I'm like, yeah. Party.
You've been there.
Bitch want to party with Cardi. Yeah, hell yeah, nigga. I love Cardi B music. Maybe it's because I'm gay though. I don't know.
Totally biased, by the way. But
perhaps.
I mean, it's not that I don't know. It's just it was also at the time where Bad Bunny was growing on me because I didn't like his music a lot. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until like right before that one song dropped that had her, Bad Bunny, and I think someone else. Whatever that song's called, I don't remember. I just know the chorus is stuck in my head, and I just despised it. That's it, because you could not get away from that song.
You mean I Like It?
Is that the name of it?
With Cardi B, Bad Bunny, and J Balvin.
J Balvin. Okay, yeah, exactly that song. That was the time that Bad Bunny was starting to grow on me. So then, anytime I would turn on the radio, back when I listened to the radio on, like my school rides, that's like the only song you'd hear on the Spanish radio. So I wanted to shoot myself, and I associated that with Cardi B. So that's my reasoning. I don't know.
That's back when all the white girls were posting thirst traps for Bad Bunny on their story. Bro, you know how many fucking Hispanic girls I knew in high school who had fucking Bad Bunny as their wallpaper? I was like, yo.
Oh, dear Lord.
He looks like the nigga from Goofy movie. Like, I don't know what. Like, no disrespect to Bad Bunny as an artist, like, nigga, yeah, like I saw this one TikTok where it was like you know that shit where it's like, damn, you fine as hell. Are you serious, my brother? Like that shit.
Yeah,
It was like Bad Bunny's girlfriend, and nigga was like, damn, you fine as hell. And then it was like, are you serious, my brother? Doom, and it was the nigga from Goofy movie. I don't know what that character's name is. Let me look this shit up. What is that nigga's name? Oh man, not the fat dude. It was the kid with the glasses. Bobby, this nigga.
Yeah.
He was eating fucking like Cheese Whiz in the office. Like he was spraying the shit in his hand. It's fucking Bobby. I remember this motherfucker. Jesus, bro. I haven't seen Goofy movie in a fucking fat minute.
Deadass?
Deadass. I haven't seen this shit in a minute. I'm pretty sure it's on Disney Plus. But it's like I haven't.
Probably is.
I haven't. Like I have not. Like, I was like a kid when I watched this shit. This and like an extremely goofy movie. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen since I was a kid. Like Prince of Egypt. That's a classic film.
I have not even heard of it.
Holy fuck, dude. That movie, growing up in the church, they put that movie on at every opportunity. And to this day, I think that shit's still a banger. Fucking the story of Moses, but animated like a classic Disney film. It was animated by DreamWorks, but it looks like a Disney movie. And it's really fucking good. It's like a musical. I'm like, yeah, put that shit on. Cut that shit on. At every opportunity. Growing up in the church, you tend to watch a lot of the same shit. And a lot of that shit has aged like fucking trash. But Prince of Egypt, nah, I remember that shit being a classic. Weird that the church would play movies like The Road to El Dorado when that movie is gay as fuck. All right.
What?
Just gonna leave that statement hanging like that? Damn, I was like, did I say something wrong? Nah. The Road to El Dorado. You remember that movie?
I'm trying to process what you said. Road to El Dorado is gay as fuck.
Oh, The Road to El Dorado isn't gay? Is that what you're trying to tell me? That movie is fucking gay as shit. That movie is about two bisexual lovers. All right. Getting stuck in like Central America. All right. And you're like,
they were roommates.
Dude, that movie is They Were Roommates, the film. Like, they got the Native American girl, and like, yeah, she bad, but it's like the two main dudes, Tulio and Miguel, they were totally gay. Like 1000%, those two dudes were fucking. You can't convince me otherwise.
The cameras were off. They were raw dogging.
Like, it's like I'm so serious. That movie. I have so many gay friends who told me, yeah, it was this movie where I realized I was gay. And I'm like, are you serious? That's the one?
It took you this long?
That's the one? Like this is one of those early, like late 90s to mid 2000s movies that just got animated for no reason. Like Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas type of shit.
Ah, I forgot that movie existed. I remember watching it.
Yeah. Like that fucking that Disney movie Atlantis, the one with the nigga with the glasses.
That movie's fantastic. Don't you?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just saying, like this shit just exists. Like you just like it's an underground Disney movie is what it is. All of these movies,
Disney period, but it's true.
I know Road to El Dorado and Sinbad were animated by DreamWorks, but like I classify them as like underground late 90s to mid 2000s animated movies that we just don't talk about.
Yeah.
Joseph, King of Dreams. The Prince of Egypt is also in there too. Like it's just like these movies are quality animated pictures and we just don't talk about them. Yeah. Like when you think of like 1990s Disney, what do you think? You think like Pocahontas, Lion King, Hercules, fucking, but not fucking Aladdin 2, The Return of Jafar. You know what I mean? That's
I don't know. I don't know about you, but I definitely don't think of Thief and Cobbler. I'll tell you that much.
I don't think I've seen that in at least a decade. Jesus Lord. Like there's like it's like those like mid 60s Disney movies type shit. Like those mid 60s Disney movies are like between the period of like after the golden age of Disney movies started and right before the Renaissance started. Like I don't see enough people throwing respect on like the Fox and the Hound type shit.
Tell them.
Like
That's actually a good movie. Really
like
good
the
movie.
original Jungle Book, Robin Hood. Like I don't see those movies talked about as much as I see like The Little Mermaid or like the older Disney shit, like fucking like Snow White or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I feel like is the old Disney movie that doesn't get as much play as I thought would is like a 101 Dalmatians. I don't see that get talked about as much as I thought it would.
I can see why.
But that movie is like honest to God, that's like my favorite like Disney like 2D animated movie, like dead ass. That shit is fucking tastic.
Interesting choice.
Like it changes with the Lion King depending on what side of the bed I sleep on, but yeah. I mean, the Lion King is also another gay Disney movie. Like Scar was 1000% gay.
Gay, homosexual, gay.
There's a lot of gay Disney characters that just weren't gay. That just were queer coded, I should say. Like, it's pretty obvious that Ursula from Little Mermaid is gay.
Oh my fucking god, so gay.
Like all of the middle-aged lesbians love Ursula, okay? Like Scar, like I just mentioned, that like 1000% he's gay. Fucking Cruella de Vil, she's also gay. There's a lot of gay Disney villains for some reason. They just love to queer code their villains, man. And then like gay people just adopt them, and it's like, all right, cool. You know. I mean, shit.
That one, I want it.
Really backfired. Your plan fucking backfired, Disney. The whole gay community only loves your villain characters.
Yep.
Oh, man.
After they're like, ooh, no gay here. Then you just take a look at literally any of their movies that probably has a gay character in them.
Yeah, like all of my gay friends have at least at one point had one of those characters as their profile picture on like Instagram, Twitter, Discord type shit. All of them have. So it's like trust me, man, I know. And then it's like, and then nowadays Disney like announces their fucking first openly gay character every like couple months. So it's like, you know, they're trying to not seem homophobic.
That's a pretty shitty facade, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, Disney really tries its hardest to not seem like racist or homophobic, and then they'll pull fucking John Boyega off the Force Awakens poster in China, you know. Yep. So crazy how Disney how do I phrase this? As much as Disney caters to the Chinese market, they do it really badly. Like,
what do you mean they do it badly?
Disney has made, to my knowledge, 3 Chinese ass movies, okay? 2 of them are Mulan and 1 of them is Shang-Chi, okay? Because you are lying to yourself if Shang-Chi does not at least a little bit pander to the Chinese market. Just a little bit.
You know what? I'll take it.
I watch a surprising amount of foreign cinema. Like, you know, the end sequence of Shang-Chi where it's all the fucking CGI dragons and martial arts fighting. That is how a lot of Chinese movies look these days. A lot of them. CGI fucking dragons and shit. Yeah. A lot of them look like that. Mulan suffered from a lot of the same shit where it looks like it looks like a straight up like a Chinese movie, and it's got a lot of like state sponsored imagery in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there was a whole controversy when that fucking movie came out that it's just, this movie is literally not Mulan. It's just a celebration of the Chinese government and like their shit values type deal. And then you got the original Mulan, which is none of that. And it's like, wow. And from what I can tell, all my Chinese friends love the first Mulan and not the second one.
That's good.
And they like Shang-Chi, but Shang-Chi's just overall great. It's not as bad as fucking...
Yeah, Shang-Chi is just amazing.
Shang-Chi's just amazing, and Mulan 2019 or whatever, whenever that fucking piece of shit came out, was just bad. So, fuck that movie.
That was an experience that I forgot. I am not even lying to you when I say I forgot about that.
Seriously?
Live action Mulan. I am dead serious. I never watched it, never cared for it. It's just like all the controversy that was around the movie, and then the movie also didn't look very good. It's like, okay, I'm good. I'll skip it on this one.
Yeah. Like it just symbolized the worst elements of the Chinese film industry. There's a great channel that if you want to learn more about this kind of thing, you should watch called Accented Cinema. His content is fantastic. I'll send you a link to his channel. He makes a lot of really quality videos. He made a really good one about Shang-Chi that I think you should give a watch. That is fan-fucking-tastic. I've only known about him for like 10 or so months, like not very long. Where was the video that I found him for? The one about Rurouni Kenshin is where I found him.
Let's see here. Bro, you're like really deep into fucking YouTube.
See, the thing about me...
Because like anytime that I bring up a YouTuber that, oh yeah, I found this on my recommended, or oh, I found this video to be really interesting. You're like, yeah, I've been watching that dude for 17 years. Get on my level, you absolute fucking scrub.
Look, man.
Out of my face.
Look,
Leave this podcast.
I like
Tom Scott, for example.
I like a lot of like analytical type shit where it's like it takes a real deep look at the themes, or like it takes a look at the production. Like if your video's not analytical, I don't want to watch it. And that's why I like Noah Calloway-Gervais, like we mentioned in the post show for episode 13. That's why I like fucking Nick Robinson. This dude analyzes a lot of shit. Accented Cinema presents a look into Asian films that you wouldn't really get from like any other channel, you know. Provides a perspective that I'm not used to, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So, like, I like content that I can put on that challenges me, you know. Like, when we think of analysis in the year 2021, the way that we think of it is not analysis. Like, you know that guy, Nam's Compendium, who's made all those Persona videos that are like 2 hours long? You know?
Yeah.
He was like, Persona 5 analysis. And then all he does is just run down all the shit that's in the game without even, like, bothering to...
Yeah, it doesn't... Yeah, like, no actual...
No analysis, just a breakdown of the plot, of all the S-links, of all the events, and it's like, to me, that's not analysis. That's a bastardization of the word. When I say analysis, I mean, like, I want to know the themes of this thing. What can we interpret? What is the author's interpretation? How does the language of the medium reinforce those themes type thing? That's what I mean by analysis, you know. Like a real English class definition of analysis. And I will admit that can sometimes be a little bit, you know, a little bit wrong, because the curtains aren't always red for a reason, you know what I mean? But like sometimes they are, and it's worth it to explore those things. And that's why I like channels like this and others that I've mentioned before.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. I just find it so funny that anytime I try to bring anyone up, you're like, yeah, I've been there, bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
well, fuck me. No, man. It's I'm really deep. I how do I put this? I listen to a lot of content a lot of the time. Not in just like let me put this on while I play a video game type deal, but it's like if I'm like driving or if I'm doing something that I don't really have to think about, I will instead choose to use my mental energy to process things rather than what I'm directly doing in front of me, you know.
Yeah, right.
So I'll just be like, okay, let me listen to this fucking 12-minute breakdown of, you know, sword fighting, or fucking how Jackie Chan martial arts scenes are, you know, made, because those are things that I enjoy talking about. Just period. I mean, like, anyone who's listened to the podcast knows that I can talk at length about a lot of different shit.
Oh yeah.
For like no fucking reason. So it's like, to be able to build up that ability to talk at length, I have to listen to analyses, and I have to listen to, this discussion. I have to listen to this discourse in order to build up that sort of reservation of knowledge that I have. And that also comes with actually sitting down and engaging in the medium itself beforehand. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
These analysis videos, are a way for me to reinforce and challenge my opinions, but they're a fantastic avenue for intellectually discussing the things that I enjoy. And without these types of videos or, all these articles or whatever, I would not be as versed in a lot of the things I'm versed in if it weren't for this. So
if it weren't for those videos. Yeah, I got you.
As much as I didn't do the homework, English class was my best subject. So you wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
Going off of the whole perspectives that I'm not used to thing, there's this channel right here called by this guy James Somerton. He produces videos from an LGBT perspective, and they're great. If you take a look at his most recent lineup of videos, it's these are perspectives I'm not used to. His video on J.K. Rowling is fan-fucking-tastic. It's almost as good, if not just as good, as ContraPoints' video on J.K. Rowling. So, that is a serious, claim. This dude's got only 127K, and ContraPoints has, 1 million plus. So the fact that this dude is producing content just as good as hers is saying something. Just as insightful as saying something.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
this is good stuff.
it is good. You ever want some good YouTubers? I'll put you on. I got a lot of good YouTubers in the repertoire.
I need that. My suggested page is fuck to oblivion. I'll say that.
I mean, you say that I don't also watch Adachi memes. Doing your mom X take on me type shit. We'll save that for the post show. But I watch a lot of dumb shit. My YouTube page is either it's got a couple things. You got video games, so that covers Virtua Fighter, fucking Dead Rising, all that shit. You've got shit posting. I'm just looking at my liked videos. Yeah, there's a lot of shit posting here.
Yay, Luigi.
Type shit YouTube poops. That's in there.
That video.
Yeah, that's a YouTube poop classic. We've been laughing at that since 2007, bro. That's just hilarious. Fucking what else? Video and critical analysis videos, history, media, all that shit. All of it's in there. So my YouTube page is a real smorgasbord of fucked content. I've got it right here. You've got top 10 reasons why Chiesa Tanaka, followed by a 7-hour video of Mr. Beat watching PragerU videos. So
What?
I'm a very odd person, you would say.
Oh, I don't fucking know. Some Final Fantasy 14 streamer I don't care about. But Tom Scott, I found his channel last week, and I've just been binging his shit. It's good.
Yeah, Tom Scott produces some real heat. He's been on YouTube for a couple of years. He's been here for a while. He's been cranking out heat for years.
12 years ago, so yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the OGs, dude. He's great. I love this guy. His videos aren't terribly long, but what they lack in quantity in terms of length, they make up for in intense quality.
Oh yeah.
I love Tom Scott. He's great.
I don't know if you've seen this guy. You can censor this out if you want to, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Cat Icarus?
Cat Icarus? Oh, dude, my boy Jim Caddick? Yeah, I love Cat Icarus.
I don't like him. I don't.
I kind of understand why he can tend to be a little annoying, but I like his content. It's weird.
The constant, I know it's intentionally cringe, but it's still cringe.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'm
yeah.
I just want to watch a video without having ear rape every 15 seconds.
Yeah, I can understand that. It is an acquired taste. An acquired taste.
Yeah.
Also is an acquired taste is fucking K-Bash. Like, I didn't like his videos for a solid minute, and then like a couple of years ago, I was like, I'll give this a try.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes great videos. He just posted a great video about Persona 3 the other day. It was really good. It's like 48 minutes. It was a real watch. I loved it. So
Nice.
hit some really good
remember,
points.
you sent me a Soul Calibur video from this guy. Yeah, I've
Yes.
seen him from
You didn't watch his Persona 3 video, did you?
I have not.
Yeah, this shit's great. It was like, man, Yukari is one of the best characters I've ever experienced in fiction. I sure hope they don't use her for like shitty waifu points and then immediately to the bedroom recording. So
You know what? Fair enough.
yeah, I like his content, but like when I first discovered him some years ago, I was like, eh. It was only like 2 years ago that I said, yeah, this guy's pretty good. So
Okay. You know what? Fair enough. I mean, I only have those 2 or 3 Soul Calibur videos of comparison, but yeah, they were pretty good. So I enjoyed them.
So I know you know about this because it was you who retweeted this story that introduced me to it. Lil Nas X dropping some TikTok NFTs, completely fucking over his hard-earned reputation.
Oh, dude, we can't have shit, bro. We can't have shit.
Look, let me tell you how long of a fan of Lil Nas X I've been. Okay, so y'all know the music video for Old Town Road. That shit used to have that music used to have Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay footage in the background. All right,
visualizer. Yep.
Yeah. So when we've been in these Lil Nas X streets, we've been there. I was gassing up Montero for the past, like, since it came out. It's been out for like a couple weeks now. You know, I was like, damn, this album is fire. All the singles that he dropped up to that point, like Rodeo, Holiday, all that shit. I was like, this is great. All the while, all my fucking shitty ass friends were like, man, why do you like Lil Nas X? He's gay. And I'm like, yeah.
He's black.
The
and
music
gay,
is
so he's
fire,
bad.
though. The music was fire, though. All right. And I was fucking with him because the music was fire. And now he's like, let me just drop some NFTs. And now I'm like, fuck you. NFTs are bad for the environment. All right. I have had that take on this podcast on one of our more popular episodes. I've had this take on Twitter and gotten a lot of fucking likes and a lot of support for that opinion. All right. NFTs are bad. They're bad for the environment. And if you practice them, you could suck my dick, including you, Ray William Johnson. Fuck you.
It always goes back to him. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Ray William Johnson. I was a fan of you. And now, fuck you, Lil Nas X. I was a fan of you. All right, but now you're dropping NFTs. You're just as on the internet as all the rest of us, and you know that they're bad for the environment. How much of a bag do you have to chase? You're already rich as shit. You sold shoes with blood in them. Draw the fucking line somewhere, dog. NFTs are bad.
At first, I thought it was just a shitty clickbait title. Headline. And okay, you know what? Okay. And then the days went on and he hasn't said anything about it. So it's so sad, man. Because I genuinely don't have any words to say other than sad. Because he was so he does still have good music, but this just makes him a shitty person for me. Like, I don't care that he makes good music. It's a fucking shitty practice to make NFTs.
NFTs will always be bad, and there's nothing you can do to change my mind about that.
It's like, what do y'all know, right? About that Lil Nas X Old Town Road visualizer. Y'all know nothing about that. Y'all know nothing.
Yeah.
You know, seeing him grow is hella good shit. Anytime you fucking remember anytime, I think it was it was Jason that had asked us, like, hey, I'm looking for some music. Like, the first dude I recommended was Lil Nas X. He was making hella good music.
Because he hasn't missed. He did not miss at that point.
Literally no misses. And then he made TikTok NFTs.
NFTs are bad. They're stupid and they're bad for the environment. They're literally bad for the environment. You're purchasing a receipt. Imagine you buy some fucking... Like, imagine you go to your local fucking restaurant, you buy a fucking gyro and they give you the receipt and you just walk out with the receipt. Look, I have proof that I bought a fucking gyro. Great. How'd it taste? Didn't eat it. Like, wow. What a chuckle fuck. Dropping NFTs. Like I said, man, official AJAH NFTs. I'm dropping a picture of my cock and balls that I photocopied. So y'all are good. I saw some NFTs.
Right click and save.
Yeah, right click and save a picture of my cock and balls. I saw some NFTs like a month ago where these dudes straight up like stole Yakuza assets.
Oh, I saw that that you had liked that tweet.
Hold on. I got this got like a
someone else talking about it, and that's
here is my tweet. You can click it and you can see the original tweet. So you can see my tweet, and then you can go scroll up and see all of the stolen assets. They literally, the video starts and it's just you got fucking Majima, you got Ichiban, you got Ryuji Goda, you got fucking Shinada from Yakuza 5, you've got fucking Jin Goda from Yakuza 2. Like, they're just stealing it. Just stealing it.
And Sega hasn't done anything?
No. These guys are still selling NFTs. They only got 5,000 followers.
This is... They're stealing from a fucking...
Dude, it is... They literally have Yakuza assets, and they're still posting it. And in all of the replies, it is just people, like, either being stupid and being like, oh, man, this looks great, or people who are adding Sega being like, hey, get them now, please. They're stealing your shit. Like, I'm not typically I'm typically like pro what is it? Like fair use, like taking shit and remixing it and making it your own. But like NFTs are different. You are a thief and a fucking shyster. They stole Yakuza assets to make something bad for the environment. Of course I'm going to call you a dumb fuck idiot.
I imagine that the characters that they stole I imagine at the game that they stole the characters from, I'm sure that those characters would be thrilled knowing that they're an NFT.
You can go on their website and save the images, dude.
In going and researching, because after that Lil Nas X, I was like, oh, there's no way this is, I said it was just a shitty clickbait headline. I was looking at the replies and people were out here. Like, there was this whole thread of a dude being clowned on because he posted an NFT and people were like, just mocked him. Like, it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. I saved it. It's like, oh, well, you don't own the NFT. I do. It's like, yeah, okay. Screenshot.
It's like, why would you have that opinion? You don't own the NFT. Yeah, neither do you. Clearly, if I have it in my fucking phone. Like, if I could snap my fingers and duplicate your car, like, holy, like, let's say you drive like a fucking like a Honda Civic or something, all right, and I see it and I snap my fingers and there's an exact duplicate of your car right next to it that runs and everything, and you're like, well, I've got the proof of purchase. Great, I'm driving a car now. It's the same shit. What are you gonna do with a fucking like a 10-second GIF of a Yakuza NFT? What are you gonna do with that? I bought it. Great. I have the NFT saved on my phone in my favorite section that I can just look at whenever I want to. And you know what it costed me? It costed me the air I breathed while I was saving it. It cost me the Herculean effort it took for me to lift my thumb and tap the NFT and tap save to photo gallery. Then swipe up my phone and click the app.
Horrible.
Oh, so much effort. And you paid $10,000, you dumb fuck.
That's fucking stupid, man.
I
And
could
see,
never.
the thing is, right? And the thing is, going back to the Yakuza NFTs, how the fuck does that even work? So, like you said they're stealing assets from Yakuza, right? So it's like you go into the game, you look at a placeholder chair. They're like, oh,
No,
yeah,
not like that, not like that, not
placeholder
like that.
chair.
Look at the podcast logo real quick. You see Ichiban, right?
Yes.
So imagine you took Ichiban and then you cut his hair so he looks like Ichiban from the intro of the game, and then you put Majima's eye patch on him. There you go. There's a Yakuza Blood Brothers NFT right there.
No. Oh.
You take
That's
Kazuma
so much worse
Kiryu,
than I
the
thought.
Dragon of Dojima. You shave him clean, you change his suit color. There's a Yakuza NFT.
That's so much worse than I thought.
There's
I gave
there's
him way
a
too much
character
credit.
that's
My bad.
just a drawing of Ryuji from Yakuza 2. That's what it is. And it's a fucking unique Yakuza NFT. It's not unique.
Why are half of the NFTs that are out there in the world? Why do they look like absolute fucking dog shit?
You
Like,
saw those NFTs that were like 3D models of Street
bad.
Fighter characters that look like a 12-year-old drew them? You saw that one?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, hold on. Let me look.
Dude,
First, before I get
Oh
into
my
that, let me
God.
show you an example of what I mean when I say they are stealing assets, okay? So,
okay.
I'm going to send you first a picture of the NFT, and then I'm going to send you a picture of the character that it's based on, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, this is a pretty high quality photo. Okay. So first up, we have a picture of an NFT. Okay, this is wait, no, I don't want to send this to this person. I want to send this to you. There you go.
Holy shit, you
Okay,
own
here
the
we go.
NFT now.
Here we go.
Holy
Look at that.
fuck.
This is a picture of the NFT, okay?
Okay.
This is a picture of Ryuji Goda, the main villain from Yakuza 2.
This.
You see what I mean when I say they're stealing assets, right?
Okay. Yeah. I get it, but why? Why? What is the point?
Here we
Oh,
go.
it looks like I have the NFT now. I right clicked and save image.
I literally just
No,
screenshotted it and
but-
cropped it. Ooh, wow. Here's another example. Okay. Make sure I get the correct image saved. Okay. Here you go. Here's a picture of one of the characters from the NFT. Here's a picture of Ichiban Kasuga from the prologue of Yakuza Like a Dragon.
This is so stupid.
Yeah, they stole the fucking assets.
Theft. Hey
All right.
Sega, if you're listening, because you're listening to our fabulous ideas about how we can make you more money anyways, please get these guys. Like,
Let me see if I can
so
find it.
bad.
RGG Studio, please. I'm gonna be honest, bro. A lot of NFT artists draw like shit,
And people still buy them somehow.
and people still buy
That's my
them for some
question.
fucking reason.
Fucking why and how?
Oh wow,
Dude,
this
I
account
could
doesn't
think of-
exist anymore.
I
wonder
could
if
make
take
a
it down.
shitty drawing of a fucking poop stain, and it'll sell for tens of thousands of dollars.
This NFT is powered by Doogie Coin.
Dude, oh my god. So on this whole NFT talk, right? I have a insert family member who I was with, and they told me, "Oh hey, you have a computer, right?" I'm like, yeah, I built it like in February. Like, oh, okay, that's cool. Have you mined crypto with it? I'm like, shut the fuck.
Oh god. Go ahead and
I know,
install
I was-
Cooking Mama 2 on your computer.
Dude, and okay, the thing is like this is like not an older, but someone that I respect. And so I couldn't just be like, no, I'm not going to do that. I just had to like, yeah, okay, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And they were just going on like, oh, but you can make so much money so you could upgrade your computer again, and then you can earn money on the side and do this and that with mining all that crypto you have in your computer. You should totally do it. I've never felt more disappointed.
Yeah, I felt like
Never
like
felt more
crypto could be
disappointed.
so cool if the people who didn't promote crypto weren't a bunch of fucking mouth breathers.
That's
Like,
a way to put them.
I mean, it gets annoying really fast. Crypto, Dogecoin to the moon, save the kids' coin. Like, I don't outside of Bitcoin, the value is sort of lost on me. You know.
Yeah. Oh, dude. You see, the question that I pose is, right, in like 15 years from now, right? Like in a theoretical world where crypto is like actually a form of payment outside of very niche things, you're not gonna use fucking Dogecoin to put a down payment on a house.
That's what I said, dude. I said that in episode 7. That's exactly what I said. I said, and I kind of quote because I don't remember exactly. Dogecoin is the crypto equivalent of the 9gag rock. I said that. You can go back and look and listen. I said that. And here we are months later, and this is exactly the sentiment that is still being brought up. So,
way to plug the podcast in the podcast. What a fucking meta way. But no, really, it's I NFTs are so I really don't understand that. I don't think I'll ever begin to understand them, and I don't think I'll ever understand why Lil Nas X decided to make an NFT when he is like he uses the internet to promote himself. He knows he probably knows more about the internet than we do because that's literally his life. That's what he does for a living. So he should know that NFTs are stupid and fucking horrible for the environment. He still decided to make one. I have no idea how people are going to still support him because it's a shitty thing to do, especially with he is people don't want to admit this, but he is already part of our culture, at least when it comes to music. He has made so many waves in the past few years alone. He just fucking released his first album. But I don't know. I'm not fucking with it. I'm not fucking with Lil Nas X. I'm not fucking with it.
not no more. Not no fucking more.
Okay. I imagine since you're following Resident Evil, you've seen RE4 VR.
Oh yeah, I heard about that fucking shit.
Yeah.
Putting more RE4 down my fucking gullet. Didn't you need like a separate VR headset for that or some shit?
Not for Resident Evil, but yeah, I did get a VR headset not too long ago.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
And it's not like I regret my purchase because VR is pretty cool. I just don't use it a lot simply because, okay, I am about to be fucking killed. Like, if I am not dead by tomorrow...
Are you about to
I'll
talk
be
shit about
dead
Half-Life
by-
Alyx? Is that what you're about to do?
Yes. I'm sorry to say this, but Half-Life Alyx is just okay. It's just all right. It is not my favorite VR experience, although it is many people's favorite VR experience. Like whenever you ask someone, "Hey, what game should I get for my VR?" Half-Life Alyx is probably going to be their first answer.
Yeah.
That would probably be my like fifth answer. It is nowhere near my top 3. It's good. I appreciate what it does to to further the universe and
To the lore.
explain
You
stuff I
appreciate what
have-
it does
yeah,
to the lore.
yeah, that's the word. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I appreciate what it does for Half-Life because I think the last time I mentioned Half-Life, I said I hadn't played it. I went back and played the first one. I have not played Half-Life 2.
Oh my god.
But
What do you think about the first one?
Kind of been spoiled.
Hold on, which version of the first one did you play? Did you play the original or did you play the source version?
No, I did not play Black Mesa. I played the
No, I mean Half-Life Source, the literal source port of the first one.
Oh, no, just Half-Life.
Okay, so gold. So the gold source version. Okay, got it.
I suppose. I don't know. I if I go on my Steam, it just says
Without
Half-Life,
explaining it
so-
too hard, Half-Life 1, you can play it on 2 different engines in 3 different ways. You could play Gold Source Half-Life 1, which is the original. You could play a port of Half-Life 1 to the source engine, or then you could play the source engine remake Black Mesa. There's 2 different versions. There you go. Simplest explanation of that.
Yeah, I know about Black Mesa, and I heard that it changed. That made some changes from the original, so that's why I stayed away from it. I wanted the authentic experience. But yeah, so then I guess I played the old source engine version, but it was good. I enjoyed it, and I haven't finished. I'm sorry, no, I haven't gotten around to the second one simply because I don't know. I just haven't played it. But I already know the events that happen in Half-Life 2 simply because I've been on the internet for more than 2 years.
Yeah, right.
So I kind of know what happens in Half-Life 2. Like I don't get the full context of everything, sure, but I kind of understand what happened. So I appreciate what Half-Life Alyx is. I appreciate that it exists. I'm surprised that we got any Half-Life after so many years and on VR out of all things. But it's just okay. Like I don't hate it. I don't love it either. It's just okay. Like it just feels like another generic horror experience for the VR, which I have played Walking Dead and Boneworks. I don't know if you consider Boneworks horror. It has horror elements, but I put those 2 over Half-Life Alyx any day of the week, any day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not bad. It's just it doesn't do enough for me. I've only gotten through the first 3 chapters, and then I stopped playing because I kind of got bored of it. I'm trying to think. I forget where I left off because I don't know if it's just my computer that takes forever to load everything in VR, or if it's just my VR headset being dumb, but it takes forever to load everything, and that definitely kind of kills it for me. In between each chapter, there's a loading screen, I would say about a minute long, which is not pog. It's not cool. I'm like, what am I gonna do for this next minute? Do I keep my VR headset on, or do I go do something else? And then I decide I'll go play Beat Saber instead. So yeah, Resident Evil 4 VR is a thing that's going to be happening. I don't know how to feel about it because it's Resident Evil 4 again. Cool.
You know how you should feel about it? You should feel about it the same. You should feel about it the same way everybody feels about Tekken 7 VR, by not giving a shit.
Sorry, what?
What else can you add to Resident Evil 4? Like, what else can you add? Like, motion controls were an innovation, and that was in 2008 or 9 or whatever the Wii port of RE4 launched. You kind of can't
the superior version of playing the game, by the way.
If I could play on PC with motion controls and HD textures, which I'm pretty sure you can, then that'd be perfect. The Wii version, I like it, but that reticle pisses me off. It's always there. It's always fucking there. It's a mind goblin thing, I know, but stop it. Get the reticle off the screen, I'm not aiming. But it is really good. Motion controls in RE4 make that game a fucking joke. So Jesus.
Yeah, that is. I mean, yeah, fair enough. I think it is just like the most fun way of playing the game.
It's like, is RE4 VR in like first person or something? Like,
I believe it is.
Then that
it would have to be.
Yeah, because it'd be weird as fuck for it to be anything.
Imagine
but
having a third-person camera in VR. That'd be disorienting.
That would fuck with my sense of space in a brutal way. Like, Jesus, that'd be hardcore. How would you like keep track of Ashley in that. Like she's already a big enough pain in the ass that I take an ungodly pleasure when I tell her to hide in garbage cans. All right. How the fuck would you keep track of Sandy Cheeks if you can't look at her at all times? I feel like that would be really good for like the first section of the game when you're in the village and it's just Leon, and then later in Ashley's section. But I think it would kind of take away from the magic of Ashley's section a little bit, because I think I've mentioned this on the podcast. But I play Japanese games a lot, and I've played Biohazard 4, Japanese version of Resident Evil 4. And Joe, you've played Resident Evil 4.
Yep.
And do you remember Ashley's section?
The most fun section of the entire game.
Now, the Japanese version takes Ashley's section and gives it fixed camera angles, which is cool.
That is interesting. Okay.
It's cool. It's a nice little, it's what we in the hood call a throwback or an homage. And it's cool. And I feel like for Ashley's section in the American version, it's less cool. It's still great. Don't get me wrong. It's still the horrifying as shit being a completely defenseless teenager. You know what I mean? In this Spanish castle, you know, and having to throw like pots and fucking mason jars or whatever the fuck at ganados to make them go away, or the cultists or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And then hiding from like the suits of armor that try to kill you. And that, like, that's really, really cool. But like VR might, you know, do well for that section, but I think that section already got butchered in the American release. So, and then like I said, the village section where it's just Leon will also be cool in VR. But once you rescue Ashley, that game's quality is going to drop, and it's not going to pick up, and it's not going to pick up until you're in the fucking regenerator lab. That would probably make me shit myself.
That's going to be fucking horrifying.
Like, let me tell you, Resident Evil never scared me until I got to the regenerator lab. That was when I legitimately had to shut the game off in fear. Because if you've never played RE4, which what the fuck is your problem? That regenerator lab is the spookiest shit. You think the zombies are scary, but imagine a giant, like 8-foot tall monster with jagged teeth and multiple hearts that breathes. Yep. And it's like, get me out of here, mommy, please. Where's my mommy? It's terrifying. So, like, I think that those are the only 3 sections where I feel like that would be legitimately like the best. Like, I don't think the fucking the Mike the helicopter section will be great.
How, you know, now that I think about it, how the fuck are they gonna handle QTEs? Are you gonna like?
You're gonna have to mash on your VR headset.
Hold the thing here.
You'd be really good. You know, it'd be really good as if they just took the fucking QTs out of cutscenes. It'd be really nice. But you know, that is the one thing that I hate about that.
That's not happening.
That like literally that is the one thing that I hate about Resident Evil 4 is the QTEs in the cutscenes only. Like when you got like to like mash to get like something off of you, or when you're like in like the fucking the El Gigante fight, you know, like that's like fine. Mm-hmm. But it's like when I'm trying to watch the cutscene of like on my replays, I replay like every like year and a half or so, and I get to the fight with like Leon and Krauser, and I like instinctively like lean back, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. Yeah. And then it's like, Dodger, you're gonna get stabbed. I'm like, fuck. Fail it every time. It's gonna be weird. Like, really, you have to do VR for this one? Not like, does RE2R have VR?
I don't think it does.
That would be a fucking fantastic game to have VR for. That's the preferred one to have VR for. Because
I mean, it has a mod for it, but it's not an official release.
Yeah, that'd be great. RE7 and I believe RE8 had VR as well. Those worked because those games are already in first person, and RE7 was already was like one of the scariest Resident Evils in a while. But like RE2R, that game would be unworldly terrifying in VR. When you get to the liquor hallway and you got and you got a VR headset with 3D audio, pants will be soiled, my friend. Pants will be soiled. Like, personally, like, I'm not scared of liquors anymore, but like if I had a VR headset and I was going through a run of RE2R and I saw that, I'd be like pretty fucking terrified. I'm not gonna lie. So Mr. X in VR would be a nightmare in and of itself. All right. But Resident Evil 4 is not the game for VR.
Now that I think about it, right? So if the VR version also has dynamic difficulty, like the original one does, that ima- I'm so sorry, but as I was saying that, I just visualized like an 80-year-old lady trying to go through the fucking game, and then she gets her head chopped off with a fucking chainsaw.
Whoa! Look at me, my grandson. Look at me as I shoot him in the head and kick him and stab him on the ground. How's it gonna? You know how many people are probably gonna get motion sick from like suplexing the Ganados or whatever? How's that gonna look? That's gonna fuck up your sense of orientation if you've never like done a wrestling move. That's gonna be tough as fuck to do that. I wonder how that's gonna control.
Dynamic difficulty would work though. I feel like it would have to be one set experience for it.
I don't think Resident Evil 4 would work. Ooh, we can't wait to play through separate ways in VR. I can't wait to play through fucking RE4 Mercenaries in VR. Oh man, yo! Speaking of Resident Evil, did you see that they announced, I think it got leaked or something, the PS5 version of RE3?
PS5 version of RE3?
I think it got leaked or it was like announced. I can't tell which one. It was a Resident Evil 3 Nemesis Edition, a PS5 port of RE3.
But what's it for? Why?
Let me look it up. I saw it on Twitter.
I mean,
so
like, what are the upgrades that are being made to the PS5 version?
I believe a frame rate.
Okay, that's
resolution. I think
4K. Yeah, I mean.
Let me see. Here we go. So I'm gonna read this article from Game Rant.
Fucking Game Rant. Okay.
Yeah, man. Unlike the remake of Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 2, RE3 never really received any DLC. It was worth pointing out most of the rumors revolving around RE3 came from a deleted 4chan post. According to rumors, RE3 Nemesis could see the return of some iconic scenes, type shit, some iconic weapons, that type of thing. So, you know what? I totally leaked. Someone also said it would be at TGS, but I think Capcom already had their TGS show. Like yesterday, didn't they?
I don't know about Capcom. I'm not sure.
Because I know SNK had their TGS thing, and then I've been watching the King of Fighters gameplay. My Japanese mutuals have been dropping KOF 15 gameplay from within the booth for like 2 days now.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty solid. The only one I'm really looking out for is Atlas. I believe theirs is today. It starts at like 4 a.m. or something. Let me see.
I guess I'm staying up.
AJAH live reaction to the Atlas showcase. Atlas. Let's look.
Let's.
TGS 2021 Atlas.
That's tomorrow. Okay.
There's day 3 is going to get streamed at 4 a.m. tomorrow. So they streamed one day. They released some new gameplay for Shin Megami Tensei 5. So
Ooh.
You can see
that game cannot come soon.
Yo, yeah, that's right. That's where the guy dressed up as Akira was from. The guy who dressed up as Akira and the other guy dressed up as Taka from Virtua Fighter. Talked about Lost Judgment. Showed some gameplay for Shin Megami Tensei 5. And then some other shit that Atlas is doing. So yeah, they're at TGS doing things. TGS has been fun so far. I've mostly been paying attention to KOF though. So that's all I really cared about. And that's because I'm a KOF head. I'm an SNK head. Y'all already know. I mean, you know even more from my fucking talk. You were gone for like half that talk after last week's podcast.
Yeah,
you left halfway through, and I went on for another hour and a half, and Cedric was like, "Holy shit, this is awesome!" And I was like, "Yeah, I know all of this." Fucking hell, man. That shit was wild. TGS looks really good so far, though. I'm excited to see what comes out tomorrow. I don't even know when TGS ends. So,
I think the 4th.
Okay, cool. Get 2 more days of TGS then. Nice.
So
Me big excited. I don't speak enough Japanese to understand everything they say in the show, but I know enough to know what they're talking about. I didn't the Final I believe the Stranger of Paradise demo dropped. Yeah, Square's presentation was mostly just I think they're re-releasing First Soldier Final Fantasy VII, and they showed stuff for Stranger of Paradise. I believe they also mentioned Life is Strange as well. Showed off some more of the remaster content, but mostly Stranger of Paradise and First Soldier for Final Fantasy VII.
Makes sense.
Can't believe they showed off Life is Strange in Japan. I don't know if that game is as big there as it is here, and even here it's like pretty niche.
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, yeah.
So I'm like, all right.
I mean, hang on. Google time. Okay, yeah, okay. Deck 9 is American. So I guess it could be like either way.
Well, I know that Square is a Japanese company. I know Life is Strange 1 had a Japanese dub. That DLC is presently available on the PS Store and has been like I've been looking at that for like 5 years and being like, what if I played through Life is Strange 1 in Japanese? It'd be weird. I mean, this is coming from the guy who has seen Shrek 2 and Revenge of the Sith in Japanese. So I got obscenely high and watched Revenge of the Sith in Japanese, and it was a wholly different movie.
That sounds like an amazing experience.
Same with Shrek 2. I may or may not have dropped acid and watched Shrek 2 on
fucking Shrek 2 on acid? Are you
in Japanese? I believe Prince Charming was voiced by, I believe, Joseph Joestar. Young Joseph.
Nice.
Let me see. Shrek 2 Prince Charming. Let me look at this motherfucker. Do they have the dub actors voiced? Have the dub actors listed? Fucking... No, they don't. Maybe I have to go to Wikipedia to see that. Shrek 2 Japanese voice actors.
Oh,
Prince Charming.
By the way,
no, he was played by fucking Unsho Ishizuka, Old Joseph, and Dojima from Persona 4, and Heihachi from Tekken 7, and Brad from Dead or Alive. Fucking Unsho Ishizuka. He's been in fucking everything. God rest his soul. What are you about to say, Joe? By the way, what?
No, I was just gonna say. By the way, you need to bully me into watching Sopranos because Many Saints of Newark.
Yeah, that dropped.
Yes,
that dropped.
Yesterday. Damn,
nigga, I thought I bullied you into watching The Sopranos the day that we watched the trailer for that. And I was out here getting hype as shit.
Like, I need to be bullied even more.
It's on HBO Max.
The trailer looks amazing.
Do you need the login? Like,
no, nigga. I'm saying that I need to just watch it.
Straight up, you do. It's fucking good. It's really good. It's solid 6 seasons of TV. It's great.
But it's all on HBO Max?
Yeah, because it's an HBO original, dog.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was only a wee lad when that ended, but I remember my dad used to watch that a lot, so I gave it a watch, and I fucking loved it. And now Many Saints of Newark is out, which came out the 1st, and I've been working all week, so I probably won't be able to watch till Sunday, but I'm going to see Venom Sunday, so. Fucking dumbass. Dude, the best part of that, the best song to come out of that movie was the Run the Jewel song that played during the end credits. That was they literally like I remember going to see Venom in the theaters, and I was like looking at I was like checking my fucking Instagram, and LP posted check out the credits of Venom, and I was like, oh, word? What's in the credits of Venom? And then it was there was some fucking song, but it was by Run the Jewels. It was fucking fantastic, and Run the Jewels are great. One of the best hip hop duos since Outkast. Honestly, they're fan-fucking-tastic. I love them.
Pretty good. Only heard a few select tracks, but yeah, pretty solid.
Literally, I believe all of their albums were yellow shirts. That's the best I can say. They are
Okay.
consistent bangers, dog, back to back. Like they've released like all their albums
Holy
are
shit.
called Run the Jewels. You got RTJ 1, 2, 3, and 4. All great. And then LP also released a cat remix of RTJ 2 called Meow the Jewels. It was great.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I love Run the Jewels, man. I've been a fan of theirs since like 2015, I think. That's like right after RTJ 2. So I've been in them running the Jewel streets. It's great. So
I first heard them on the Deadpool soundtrack.
What song did they do for Deadpool?
Forget. But I remember because I remember hearing it and then I looked it up and then I saw that it was them. Let's see here.
I remember their song from RTJ2, Close Your Eyes and Count to Fuck, was featuring Zach De La Rocha from Rage Against the Machine, was featured in like a trailer for Watch Dogs 2, and I was like, who are these guys? Oh my god, they're great. So
oh god, motherfucking damn.
Oh my god, you look like an extraterrestrial from the Milky Way galaxy. God motherfucking damn.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad.
Oh yeah, it was that was DJ Shadow. Nobody Speak. I know that song very well. That song got mad overplayed, and I still like it.
Did it really?
Yeah, that song was in Love Simon for some fucking reason.
Interesting collaboration there.
That for some fucking reason that song was in there. So I'm just like, all right, I guess.
Totally fits the theme of the movie.
Yeah, for some fucking reason. I don't know why, but Run the Jewels is great. You know what else is great?
I know that you're about to do the funny, but I gotta say, Shang-Chi's. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, the soundtrack.
Like, fucking the Outcast poster that he had.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice it?
Yeah, it was in his room. It was like right next to his bed or something.
Yeah, Stankonia.
Stankonia is like the best Outkast album, but for me, it's either between Stankonia or Aquemini.
Okay, fair.
I know some people will be like, but what about ATLiens though?
ATLiens.
And I'm like, ATLiens is good. Do not get me wrong, it's good, but like Aquemini is hush that fuzz. Everybody move to the back of the bus. That's just great, nigga. All right. I fucking love Aquemini. I mean, everybody knows Stankonia is a great album, you know? But whenever you fucking talk about Outkast, the first fucking thing people are going to talk about is fucking Hey Ya, and that came off of like one of their albums that I don't like. I don't really like Speakerbox Love Below that much, honestly. Like, it's just two different albums, you know, patched together to make one. I'm just like, all right. I don't know. Stankonia.
It was an odd concept. It was still a good album though.
Which was just a sign of the times that Outkast wasn't like synergizing as well as they used to anymore, is what it was.
Yeah.
So I don't know, just like Stankonia is great. Like Outkast have three great albums. They have like Stankonia, ATLiens, and Aquemini. Like Southern Playlistic is alright. You know what I mean? But it feels like it doesn't feel as different from what other Southern hip hop was doing at the time to be like intensely memorable. It's good, do not get me wrong, but Southern Playlistic is not their best effort. ATLiens and Aquemini and Stankonia are great. Speakerbox Love Below is just too dissonant a record for me to enjoy, and then they did like a soundtrack and then they stopped making music. So
yeah, I mean, fucking Idlewild was. You can tell they'd given up. Yeah. You can tell that they'd given up by that point. It was their last album. They're like, you know what? They should put fucking something together.
Yeah,
like it wasn't bad. It was just a different sound. So,
yeah, I mean, their solo careers have been good up to this point. Like Big Boy drops consistently good tracks, and Andre 3K, whenever he decides to appear in something, is a fucking god. Like when he appeared, like you heard that unreleased track from Donda.
Yeah.
And Andre 3K appeared on that. He was godlike. I wish Kanye would have worked on that track a little bit more, because that probably would have been one of the standout tracks on that album. You know, that song had a lot of soul. I loved it.
What happened with that? Because I know there was some controversy between Kanye and Drake, and then he was in the middle of it for some reason.
It's just because Drake kept trying to be like, "Ha, I got Andre 3K on my album," and Drake was trying to be an asshole, and then Andre was just like, "Look, man, if I like the music, I'm gonna hop on the track," type deal. Because Drake tried to put words in Andre's mouth essentially, and I didn't really like that. Andre 3K don't have beef like that, my nigga. He just walks around playing like his flute. So
yeah.
Ah, man. You know what else walks around playing the flute?
What?
That's like the fucking stupidest one yet. Oh, we're at 2 hours, Joe. Oh, man, that was fucking
the 2 hour flute tune is currently playing.
The 2 hour tune telling us to fucking to fuck off and go laugh at some shit posts is calling. Man, what a good podcast, man. What a good podcast.
Good shit. Good stuff. I mean, when it isn't it?
Hell yeah.
Isn't it a good podcast?
Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. So thank you to all of you guys who have listened this far. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, night, whenever you listen to this. And say hi to your mom for me.
Give her a kiss.
Give her a fucking hug and a kiss and tell her to send me a box of cookies. Hell yeah. And if your mom is no longer with us, tell your fucking mother figure to do that shit because I want some of her cookies now. Thank you.